with groups sometimes larger than this, with people that said, well, wow, you're putting 6- and 8-story buildings. Well, yeah. We sidestepped down from 2 to 4 to 6 and 8, but when I explained to them that these were areas that were, particularly AutoNation, with the FARs, the floor-area ratio they have, could have gone 27 stories under the existing zoning. They suddenly saw that what we were doing was bringing down the density to a manageable level. We're working at changing things to create economic centers for the area. And again, getting back to the watershed, great goals, but this is what it needs to be. Dayland Station as a node. The Palmetto Bay Treasure Triangle as a node where you have these express stops. Not a concrete canyon all the way down where you're stopping at every corner, picking up traffic and dropping off traffic. But back to my daughter and why that was so important. That's why a lot of us do what we do, is because we want to look forward. And again, as I started off earlier, we want to have a great place for our children to live, to be proud of. And one of the things I said, if I can just get this out quickly enough, I wanted a hard line against further encroachment. The charrette should have gone a little farther. We included areas of single-family home in our charrette, because I said, and I committed to, and I stuck to it, I wanted a hard line against any commercial encroachment on Franjo Road. We did that. It should have been done here. And
well, first of all, I'm very disappointed to hear the news and somehow, though not surprised, we hear about it over and over again. I actually, the only time that I lived outside of the district, of this district, was during a couple of years when I was single and decided to buy a condo on Brickell Avenue and be a hotshot. And surely I became the president in no time of the condo association. And within no time, was fighting developers. And that got me into trouble because I was fighting developers. And all I was saying is, please stay within the, within the regulations. Let us know when you're having meetings. Don't have these meetings behind closed doors so that we know what you're doing. That's all we ask. That's all we ask is for accountability. All we ask is for us to be able to know things. And I will tell you that I got personally sued for $200 million. That was a slap suit, of course. And they thought I would, I was in my 20s. So they said, oh, this girl's going to go away. She's going to be scared. I didn't go away. I said, let's go to court. And I went to court and we won. And of course, my entire building was like afraid to death because they were older and they thought, we're going to lose everything. I didn't have anything to lose. I just had a condo and I was young. But and I'll tell you who the developer was, because Michael Bauman, the developer of Miami Circle. So, he was a developer that was, not somebody that you got into a fight with. I know that, developers can be very rough, and they, when they want what they want, they go and get it, and I just think that it's amazing what we go through. Regarding the question, I will say that, that, I don't think we should be increasing density right now. This is not the time. And, I do think that the excuse is the UDB line, and they want to move here to the, closer to the areas where the traffic, that's the excuse that's being used. But however, at some point, we're not going to be able to have it both ways.
I heard it said that when developers want something, they get what they want. And my philosophy and the way that I live has always been pretty much the same way, that if I feel that it's an unjust cause, to fight to the death for it. And where there's a will, there's a way. This comprehensive plan that was made was done because the concern was that by 2050 our population in the county would double. And how to be able to project a balance of everything that we have, of building, of environment, of clean air, of our drinking water, all of the above. And like I said before, they took the experts from all of these fields together to make this plan. This is a good plan. and it should be stuck by and not turned over unless there's some incredible reason. There's a projection of 2025 that's when this UDV should, the land that exists inside of it would be pretty much used up to be able then to look outside of it. I agree wholeheartedly. Hold the line. Put a moratorium on it. Am I going to convince the rest of the commissioners? Probably not. But I'll do my darndest, whether it's through workshops or whatever else it is, to be able to get that mindset changed and let those who want to build outside of it pay now and renew every year some sort of application if they want it that bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. We're on time, we're on schedule, and I have one last question, which sort of ties into the other one, so I'll give you an opportunity to expand on what your thoughts were prior to that. And it's, what is your opinion on saving the remaining farmland in Miami-Dade County, and under what conditions, any, would you vote to move the urban development boundary line? And who was last to speak? It was, you went first? Yeah, so let's start with Mr. Hale. Ladies first. Last question.
I actually feel,
This is a 2-minute question. Sorry.
I feel that we need to protect the farmland, especially since farming is one of the of our core business industries that we have in South Florida. It's actually one of the largest. We are actually very fortunate to have the weather that we have and to have the farming land that we have and to be able to grow year-round. Therefore, I think we need to continue to support and lobby, and it's not always a bad thing, for more federal funding and state funding to protect our own department, the departments that would not cut, of agriculture during these tough budget times. Changes to the agriculture zoning should be extremely difficult to accomplish and only be done under the rarest of circumstances.
All right. Farming is very important. I have an older daughter that, believe it or not, is a member of the Future Farmers of America at her magnet school of Coral Reef Elementary. I'm very proud of the choices she's made, and I'm very proud of some of the things the county has done, but they can do more. We have a tourist department that goes out there and tries to worldwide promote our beaches and the entertainment venues. We need to actively promote our produce. It is a green business. We all like to eat, and for those of you that don't, you just simply have to survive. You can't ship. It's not green to ship fruit across the country. We have the opportunity for local produce. We've got a great product going on that was just rolled out. I was fortunate to go and watch with Commissioner Sorensen and with Mayor Alvarez with the Florida First out there at Publix on Bird Road. We have to promote, support our local farmers. It is a crime that if one year, because they either can't afford to, we can't make them continue to process pole beans at $10 a box when they can only get 6 at market, but yet if they don't farm, they lose their agricultural exemption for that year. You need to give them reasonable times. Not always, farmers farm and you've got to look at it long term. You can't say this year we're going to gig you and go for the highest and best use taxes. Drop your agricultural exemption and then tell them that you're not going to do anything with your property. I will, as county commissioner, as much as I've gone up there on behalf of the community up to Tallahassee and Washington to lobby on local issues, I will continue to go up there as your county commissioner and work to make sure that the ag exemptions are protected, to make sure that we get rid of barriers that hurt our local produce. We've got to reevaluate NAFTA. We've got to take care of our home businesses, and we want a healthy, diverse economy, and agriculture is a huge green part of it.
Absolutely in favor of protecting our farmland. We are very, very fortunate to live where we live. In an area that is so full of natural resources